So, the end of 2023 is nearly upon us, and that means one thing: the Game Awards are just around the corner. And of course, it will include a bunch of heavy hitters from the last 12 months, and that includes games ranging from Baldur's Gate 3, Alan Wake 2, and Marvel Spider-Man 2, all the way through to Forza Motorsport, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. But there is definitely another reason to keep an eye on the Game Awards, and that centres around new game premieres and exclusive announcements. And hopefully 2023 is no different, and it gives us a bunch of huge updates and new details on games either already announced along with some potentially brand new IPs. Now, there are 10 announcements we could be expecting to see at the show, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get stuck into that list. So, first up, let's talk about the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree expansion. This was officially announced in February this year, and it has likely been in development since just after the release of the main game back in February 2022. Now, last year, Elden Ring actually won Game of the Year, beating even God of War Ragnarok. So, would the Game Awards 2023 provide a perfect opportunity for a trailer for this expansion? I certainly think so. An expansion has been highly anticipated for Elden Ring even before its official announcement, but we haven't heard much since that. And this year's Game Awards certainly provides a great platform to release a brand new trailer or brand new information upon the world. Next up is Senua Saga Hellblade 2, which has been in development for quite some time now, considering its initial reveal trailer came out way back in 2019. Like, that's even pre-COVID, people. Now, Ninja Theory, the studio behind the game, have in fact announced the game is set to be released in 2024. So it's perfectly reasonable to assume that we will get more information and perhaps either a gameplay trailer or a demo at the Game Awards this year. It will definitely be a top priority for Xbox and will most likely receive a huge marketing push, so what better way to kick off that than a huge announcement at the Game Awards? I mean, I can't think of a better way to get the ball rolling, can you? So, going back to 2021, Warner Bros. Games and Monolith Productions officially announced a Wonder Woman game was in the works. In fact, this was announced at the Game Awards itself, but since then we've barely heard anything on the project, though there was recently a leak surrounding the game which gave us information like its setting could be futuristic and it could include famous DC comic characters like Nubia. Now, of course, you need to take this information with a pinch of salt because nothing has been officially confirmed by Warner Bros. Studios or Monolith Productions. But 2 years after the first official announcement, could we finally be getting more information on the game at this year's Game Awards? Let's hope so. Now, even though Assassin's Creed Mirage recently released, and this was on the smaller scale to recent major installments in the Assassin's Creed franchise, there have been reports that in 2024 we could be getting our hands on Assassin's Creed Codename Red, and that's going to be set in Japan. Now, currently, we don't know much about Codename Red apart from the fact it'll be set in Japan for the first time, where players will experience a very powerful shinobi fantasy. But if these reports are to be believed, the Assassin's Creed Codename Red game could come out next year. Could we see an official announcement at the Game Awards? Now, I know Ubisoft tend to do their own showcases, but it's not completely out of the question. So, what about Star Wars' first ever true open world game? I mean, I suppose I don't class Jedi Fallen Order or Jedi Survivor as true open world then. But anyway, I'm of course talking about Star Wars Outlaws, which is set to take place between the events of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. The game was officially unveiled back in June, and we've been getting drip-fed information ever since. Now, we don't have an official release date for the game, but as revealed during the Xbox showcase, Ubisoft and Massive Entertainment appear to be targeting a 2020 release for the game. Now, if they are indeed targeting a release date for next year, the Game Awards certainly provides a big platform to announce more information, perhaps more gameplay demos, and maybe, just maybe, a concrete release date. I mean, one can wish, right? Either way, though, I'm certainly looking forward to this game. Now, the excitement for Marvel's Wolverine has been incredibly high since it was officially announced by Insomniac Games back in 2021. But since then, we've not really heard anything about it. Now, I suppose that's not totally a surprise considering Insomniac just released Marvel Spider-Man 2, which has been a great success, but there are rumours Wolverine could be releasing next year. Now, if these rumours are to be believed, could we see a gameplay trailer or get more information on Wolverine at the Game Awards? It would certainly be an excellent time to do just that. though Insomniac may want more time between titles. Either way, the bar has been set incredibly high by their Spider-Man games, so expect Wolverine to have huge hype around it when we do finally get more information. Now, for a while now, there have been rumours based on leaks that God of War Ragnarok could be getting a brand new DLC. Now, of course, Ragnarok was a giant success, even by God of War standards, and the fans will certainly jump at the opportunity to play some more of that game. Now, infamous gaming leaker The Snitch did announce this DLC was in the works, although Santa Monica Studios and Sony have yet to officially announce it. There is also the question on whether this would be a DLC or even a standalone game, perhaps on the scale of Spider-Man Miles Morales or the Uncharted Lost Legacy. Now, either way, I'm totally down for more God of War and would love to hear an announcement at the Game Awards in just a few days. Now, how about more information on the Death Stranding sequel? The second game was officially announced during last year's Game Awards, and we also got a trailer, or a teaser perhaps, of Death Stranding 2. The name of which, by the way, could change from that before it's actually released because it's a working title. But the game will likely either be in fairly early or mid-development stages at this point, but it's certainly not out of the question that we could get a bit more information on the sequel, such as potential release window or maybe a new trailer, or even a quick demo. Who knows, but it's certain that Death Stranding 2 is one people will hope to find out more about. Now let's talk about Ghost of Tsushima and a possible sequel, as it's rumoured to be in development. Now, there has yet to be an official announcement on the second game, but there is a good chance it's currently being developed over at Sucker Punch Studios. The first game was a major success, and it only makes sense to be working on a new one, right? Now, I don't think we'd see any gameplay or a major trailer if it were to be announced at the Game Awards, but, well, that's because the game would possibly be in the very early stages of development. But could we certainly get an official announcement, along with perhaps a very short teaser trailer with it? Now, I'd certainly love it because the first game was feckin' awesome. And topping this list is probably one you expected, to be honest, and that is not out of the question, as it is likely the most anticipated game of the next year, perhaps even the most anticipated game ever. And of course, that is Grand Theft Auto 6. It's been a whopping 10 years since the release of Grand Theft Auto 5, and Rockstar officially confirmed the next iteration was in the works, and that is going to be sharing its first trailer in early December. And of course, that is exactly when the Game Awards is taking place. And it just so happens to be the gaming industry's biggest event taking place at that time of year. So it's highly likely this is where we'll finally see our first glimpse of the new game. Now, I don't know about you, but I've been itching to get more information on GTA 6 for years now, and I'm seriously hoping we finally get that in just a couple of days' time. And there you have it, folks. There is a list of 10 announcements that we could possibly be seeing at the Game Awards when they take place in just a few days. Now, are there any other things you're hoping to see that I've not included on this list? And if there are, why don't you leave a comment below letting us know what that is? And if you're still here, it would be totally awesome if you could support my channel by hitting those like and subscribe buttons. And as always, thank you for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.